Okay, so this is another video. This is an addendum to the last video I just uploaded. So here's the frame that I've been using since 2013. This is the Speedwagon. The Speedwagon is chrome, obviously. It was to replace the TNT that I finally got stickers for. And I'm finally going to assemble that. The tires in the last video are going to go on here. Now, I got time correct hubs, obviously. 96, 97s when this DXs came out, but the CR18s are too new. Everything else is around mid 90s. I got slam bars that are from the mid 90s. I'll put them there. Anyway, this was my ride around bike, the touring bike, the bike that rode around neighborhoods and 30 to 40 mile rides. It just, the seat tube, I can't get a high seal in there. It wasn't a heavy frame, it was a more than comfortable handling frame. I bought new forks for it, like the Odyssey forks at the time. I didn't have front brakes on it or nothing. It worked fine. In 2013, I found out that S&M was making, or 2012 actually, S&M was making these Speedwagons. The story behind the whole rant and rave thing. Yeah, so they come in chrome. I had this guy since 2013. The chrome held up great. It ran through many rainstorms because it's basically all I had to go for was rain. Wet surfaces, I didn't really have fenders or nothing. The chrome on this frame did great with weather, East Coast bullshit. Even the dropouts don't really, it's like a little bit of a chip right there. That's it. The 3-speed hub fit right in those dropouts fine. There's a little bit of adjustment on the dropout too, which the standard basically is half an inch less adjustment dropout. Now the back end was short, and I was kind of skeptical about it because the back end was pretty close. But right here, 46 tooth fits perfectly fine with that offset spider. I have a feeling the 48 tooth still fits on there with that non-offset spider. That's a non-offset track spider that's on the standard. So this probably would have been fine with everything that's on the standard now. But the thing that I wanted to upgrade is this stupid slam seat clamp. That is really all that was wrong with this frame. Is the fact that since the seat clamp is so slammed, it doesn't hold the fucking seat. Like, the seat clamp will just over clamp and not do anything because it can't really squeeze the tube because it's so close to this hardening weld here. If it was like maybe just a half inch higher, it would have been holding the seat post instead of sliding it down every time I rode down the road. Like, when I did the MS150, pretty much the last 4 years of using this thing, it's like the seat post will always slide down like a half inch by the time I was on the ride. And it's just a piss poor design. But that was really all that was wrong with this frame. Like, I had the wheel here, so with the 48 it'd probably be somewhere, you know, in there. But where the wheel was is like 14.5, and that's fine because it had that much adjustment in the dropout. The wheel slammed is like 13.75, but you know, it's like 14.5 right here, and it works fine like that. The back end has a little bit of give to it, or not really, it doesn't really flex that much. But it's a beautiful frame in every aspect, and the chrome held up great. I mean, I wanted the custom frame to be skinnier tubes. Like, this tube is 1 1/4, maybe that being a 1 1/8, and that being 1 1/4, it would shave more front end weight. But this 30mm seat tube, you can't even find seat clamps for it. And the only seat clamp for it is basically this S&M piece of shit fucking goddamn seat clamp. Don't even fucking goddamn clamp. Like, a frame that's basically just this frame custom. Like, S&M will not answer your emails. Like, you try to get custom frames, they don't do it for you unless you suck their cocks or something. But you know, I would have just wanted a custom Speedwagon just like this, chrome plated and everything, just with the seat tube longer. That's all. That would have been the only customization, the whole fucking frame. Like, Yeah, if it's 30mm, fine. I'll just keep using their shitty seat clamp, or maybe find something else. Like Shimmet, or I don't know. JW makes seat clamps that are 30mm. I was looking on their website. You know, the people that make those things, those chain testers that I actually like because they're very minimal. And maybe I can get away with it, but the problem is, like, I want my seat tube or seat post to be pretty high. With the new seats that are so low, you can't really get them high. Because as soon as I put that on here, like the Alliant R3, it's like the seat wasn't high enough. It actually went too low. And I needed to put the seat at the max light mark, or even beyond the max light mark on here. Like, it might have been like there with the aluminum post. So the titanium post at the max light mark might be like here, because of how retarded the titanium post is compared to the aluminum Thompson Elite post, where this max light mark is only maybe like 2 inches. It's actually 4 inches on the titanium ones. But that's basically all I'd want different. I mean, that's the real issue with the BMX companies, is that they just follow trends. I mean, they won't do anything other than trends. Everyone has to have this shitty, stupid slam seat clamp because everyone puts their seat slam now. I'm surprised the Speedwagon and Standards and who the fuck else doesn't go with the shitty fucking 20mm drop belts. Or the stupid fucking tapered head tube. There's a lot of stupid things I think of style trends on bikes. Like, do we really need a 20mm front axle on race bikes? No. Why not just go with a narrow hub like on the Fulham bikes? Or a narrower fork? That gets rid of all the fucking goddamn flex. Why would I want to have a really wide 20mm axle? That's completely different, bizarre. I mean, you're going like it's just marketing strategy on their part to make you spend money when you shouldn't have to. But I think if SN wasn't like, run by assholes, I could have got a custom frame with a longer seat tube. But they never responded to me about anything custom. So I went to that asshole, and he didn't even do it right at all. At least Standard did what I asked, okay? The problem is that the dropouts are tiny, and you can't really do anything, and I barely got the 48 tubes to fit there. But other than that, I think if I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, this is that BMX guy, and thanks for watching my rant and rave about trying to use BMX frames for something that isn't just circus acts. Okay, I want to use it for touring. I know I'm not allowed to. I know it's against all laws of ideology in the bicycle world, because everyone's kind of like, big wheels is the way. But in my opinion, fuck big wheels.